Okay. Hi, everyone. if you can't tell, I'm not necessarily excited about talking about this. So, Harry Potter TV show, something I've said should happen for years. HBO Max was the best place to do it, or now just Max, whatever. Obviously, the movies are too fresh in people's minds to reboot, so why not do a television show to be able to give us a lot more of the story that we all know and we all love. Okay. And then HBO came out and said, hey guys, guess what? We're doing a Harry Potter show. And I was like, called it, you know. And then we start getting the first, the first whiff of casting. And it is kind of, like John Lithgow as Dumbledore, and like, all right, yeah, he's turning 80, and maybe he'll live throughout the whole series. We hope, right? We hope. He's even openly admitted that this is like the last acting job he'll have, and it's John Lithgow. Lithgow's awesome. And then it came the big one, right? Like, who are they going to cast as Severus Snape? And I'm not going to lie, guys. They're playing with fire, and they know it. This is the whole thing. Warner Brothers announced today that they've confirmed the casting of Dumbledore, Snape, McGonagall, Hagrid, and more of Hogwarts staffers here, giving us a look at the cast. Now, the gentleman in the top right corner here is the one we will be focusing on. This is where things get interesting. So Paapa Essiedu, if I'm saying that incorrectly, I do apologize. I literally mean no disrespect. This is the gentleman who will be playing Severus Snape. And Nick Frost, Shaun of the Dead, is playing Hagrid. That's a good cast. John Lithgow is Dumbledore. Good cast. Snape, man, I don't know. I don't know. And again, nothing against the actor. What we're talking about here is the culture war of where we find ourselves in the internet space, mixed with the J.K. Rowling inability to shut her own damn mouth when it comes to poking at the trans community and everything else. And then you get this casting. And obviously, they had to do something dramatic because you're never going to be able to replace Alan Rickman. Christ, if Rickman was still alive, I think people would be like, just bring him back. Have him do the role again. But the gentleman, he's been gone for a while, and that's sad. Very sad. We all miss Alan Rickman. But there's other problems at play here. Because I can't shake the feeling, folks, that J.K. Rowling, who is an executive producer on the show, she has creative input on the show. She was definitely okay with this casting. She said nothing on it. I've looked. So far, from what I've seen at the time of this recording, she hasn't addressed it. And she hasn't even really addressed anything in regards to Harry Potter, the show, from what I can gather. She has joked about the three lead actors from the movies, Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, who all kind of came out and made comments about her and the things that she has said in relation to the trans community. And, so she kind of took a swipe at them a few weeks back because honestly, she's a billionaire who just can't fucking help herself. Like, she just can't help herself. Like, she has to do this. This is her. And so this casting is something that's already angered a ton of people. And it's not like the Harry Potter franchise needs a revitalization, right? The theme parks are crammed. The merchandise is selling. People love the movies. They're still super popular. I still see Hogwarts merchandise around. I mean, it's not it's been 14 years almost since the last movie came out. And it's not like there hasn't been a slowdown in the love, the devotion to Harry Potter. And so I understand Francesca Gardiner, the showrunner, she most likely made a pitch to Casey Bloys and everybody over there at HBO and including David Zaslav and everybody about probably a modern take on the franchise, right? We got to have a modern take. We got to do it modern, guys, because we're not in 2001 anymore. You know, we're not in 2001. We're not in the 90s. We have to do it modern. We have to have, you know, a diverse cast, which is fine. But the problem, though, is that this is a show that has said that it's going to be faithful to the source material. Last I checked, Paapa Essiedu is not pale skin with greasy hair and a hook nose, as Severus Snape was described in the books. You know, and then again, Alan Rickman did not have a hook nose either, so there's that. And not even in and of itself, that sounds kind of derogatory to say out loud. Yeah, I don't like saying it. It's kind of gross. Anyway, so you've got that, right? You've got that whole situation going on. Then, you know, like, there's the problem about the storyline of James Potter and Severus Snape from their time together at Hogwarts, and how Potter was a dick to Snape, and Snape was in love with Lily. So here's my question. Are you going to have a white James Potter being super meanie-spirited to a black Severus Snape? Or is it going to be a black James Potter and a white Lily, and then have young Harry be multiracial, biracial? And that is in and of itself going to be a big deal. Are the Weasleys even going to be redheads? I have to ask that question now because Hollywood has this weird thing about getting rid of redheads. So you have that. And I don't know. I mean, it's like, what are they trying to do? What exactly are they trying to do with this? Because it seems like they're trying to, I don't even know if I'm saying they're trying like to please everybody. It's really simple. The books are the canon. Adapt the books. The first season, super fucking easy. Second season, super fucking easy. It only really gets complicated when you get to like Order of the Phoenix. I'll take that back. Goblet of Fire has got some pretty insane set pieces. All right, a lot of the budget for Goblet of Fire season 4 is going to be nuts, because you're going to have like the Triwizarding Tournament. You're going to have the dragons. You're going to have the Quidditch World Cup scene in the beginning. I mean, never mind the port keys and all that stuff, right? There's going to be a lot going on with that. And then, after that, it's going to really escalate. Although, to be fair, season 3, Prisoner of Azkaban, is going to be pretty wild too. It's just, I want to know what they're doing. Because I look at this now and I'm thinking, this is something they're doing on purpose. They know what they're doing. Like, are they trying to cast someone so divisive? And nothing against the actor himself. I mean, but he did take the job. So you cannot omit him completely from any of the conversation, because this gentleman chose to take on a role that he knows is going to be more heavily scrutinized for a menagerie of reasons than any other actor probably in the show. Unless they really start going hog wild with all the casting, and they're like, Harry Potter is, he's biracial, half black, half white. Hermione, she'll probably be white. Ron will most likely not be a redhead if they're going to go for it. The Weasleys are just going to be like maybe I don't know what they're going to do. But it just seems like there are certain character identifiers in this series that play into those characters and their identities. And who knows what they plan on doing. So I don't know. I mean, the response I'm seeing online from this at this moment in time is largely not great. Now, here's my thought is I think they know what they're doing, and I think they're confident. I think they're confident that they will be able to have such good, powerful performances and such a well-crafted and detail-oriented series that people are going to be like, it's okay. All right. Like I was a little apprehensive, but I vibe where it's going. And I think that is what they're going to try to do. To which case I respond to that, welcome to 2025. We've been here since 2014. Good luck, I guess. I don't know. You know, I mean, Hollywood has the biggest problem sometimes of getting out of its own way. And they want to appeal to as mass a market as humanly possible, which makes sense. But then when you really think about it, it's like, what made something popular in the first place, right? When it comes to movies, Hollywood is very risk averse. You're better off as a screenwriter writing a book, getting it popular, and then getting it turned into a movie, rather than the other way around. So it's like, if something was sold as one thing, and you're offering now a different adaptation that is meant to very much hone in on that original bill of goods, yeah, you're really kind of going the wrong way on it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Again, I want to wait. I'm going to withhold judgment on the quality of the show until I see it, and I'm definitely going to watch it. But you've activated a part of the internet that you wanted to activate. You're playing with fire in a way that can severely bite you in the ass and burn the hell out of you. So good luck, I guess. Anyway, your thoughts, your opinions, let me know. My name is Matt. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.